Welcome to the first ever Panda Reviews. This will be a segment, I guess, review videos that I will be doing exclusively for YouTube. Catch me on twitch.tv/tendervt. Link will be in the description. So, what am I going to be reviewing? I'll be reviewing various things. And today we're going to be reviewing Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I graded with a B, a replayability of 8, and it's good for the fans of the series. If you really like 4 Original, you'll definitely like this one. I also recommend playing 7 Biohazard Remake 2 and 4 Original to get a good flow of what the game is about. 7 and Remake 2 will teach you kind of like the new engine mechanics, and 4 Original will teach you the story. So, what is Resident Evil 4 Remake all about? We follow Leon S. Kennedy over there as he is sent on a mission to Europe, most likely Spain, to save the president's daughter. And it is a wild adventure. The remake did a very good job with most of the characters. I'll even say all the characters. They kind of nailed all the characters. I do miss old Ashley. I thought old Ashley was very cartoony and fun. This Ashley is more serious, as the game has more of a serious tone. However, why did I grade it B? Well, if it's more of a serious tone and you really wanted to remake it, perhaps alter the plot, because the plot is not very logical. The logical source is that it is the president of the United States' daughter, and you are sending in a one-man army to save her. And I just find that just to be a little silly. The gameplay is fantastic. The plot is, in the original, 4 Original, they didn't change the plot at all. It's just a bit silly. The villain, Osmond Sadler, in a way, is baffling, because he places this Plagas parasite inside of Ashley. Now, if you really wanted to actually do damage with this Plagas parasite, why wouldn't you just let her go and let Leon be like uninformed, which would cause an entire different story, which they chose not to. They just give you this adventure where, you know, you basically have to save the president's daughter and, you know, get rid of the parasite. But if it, like I said, gameplay fantastic, replayability of 8, and there's a lot of weapons that you can upgrade, different difficulty settings, and it's not that bad of a story, not bad at all. Is it my favorite Resident Evil? No, my favorite Resident Evil is Remake 1 and Code Veronica X. Do I think that this needed to be remade? Eventually, but I feel like Resident Evil Code Veronica X 0 in like a new engine co-op mode would have been nice, or just do a new take on Resident Evil 1 with a new engine. But I see why they made this. It's one of the most popular, if the most popular in the series, and it's very captivating. So yeah, that's what I would rate Resident Evil 4 Remake. If you're a big fan of the series, I would like to hear your opinions on the game as well. Feel free to comment below. Second off, we are going to review Pokemon TCG Live. Now, Pokemon TCG Live used to be Pokemon TCG Online, and it was PC exclusive. Using code cards that you get from physical packs to get cards. They also started you off with some decks and you could win games to get in-game currency to get decks in the old version. Now in this one, they give you a lot of options, a lot of free stuff right off the bat. I will say I don't mind this game. I do play it. However, it is if you have these code cards, you do have the advantage, and I will not buy any Pokemon products just to play a game for free. Now, it is a free game, which is also a very big plus, but the other TCG online was also free. I will say that Pokemon in the direction that it's going is very exciting with the new release of Scarlet and Violet, which they do have in the current game, in the TCG Live. Pluses, it has mobile play, so it's not only PC only, and it has a battle pass, where before it did kind of have a battle pass, but it was more of a tier ladder. But this battle pass is very fulfilling, and it does the trick. I also graded the game with a B because the competitive nature of the TCG is under a meta, and under the meta, only certain decks are really killing it right now. You really have to worry about that Mew VMAX. You got to worry about Lugia V-Star, and now with the new addition to Scarlet and Violet, Miraidon will be killing it for quite some time until they create something to stop it. Fighting, which would be Miraidon's weakness, fighting decks aren't really that big right now. I will say that they were quite a while ago, though, possibly back in battle styles. Minuses, they got rid of trading for crystal exchange. So now you get these crystals and you can exchange for whatever Pokemon card you want, which is pretty cool. But to be able to trade was very, very nice also. And the currency system, the only way to accrue these purple crystals that they have is by getting code cards and playing. So if you just want to build the deck that you want, you're either going to have to get these code cards, or you're just going to have to play like crazy and hope to God that you could get enough to build the perfect deck that you want to build. But that's it for Pokemon TCG. I do recommend playing it. It is, if you like the card game, it is very fun. Yes. Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise comes to theaters this month, I believe. I want to get the exact date. It comes to April 21st, so just a few days away. I am a big fan of the series. I have been watching Evil Dead movies since... the first one I watched was Army of Darkness when I was very small. And I watched the original 1 and 2. I watched Ash vs. Evil Dead, and I watched the sort of reboot remake movie that came out a few years ago. When I saw this trailer, I was immediately captivated, and I can't wait to see it in theaters. I'm going to go. Just by the trailer alone and the grounded premise. I like grounded premises. I'm going to grade this with an A. On side notes, it was executively produced by Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, so it's in good hands. Like, the people who did the originals are on board. It is not filled with high-tier known actors or actresses, and it's a must-see for fans of the series and horror fans alike. So if you're really into scary movies, get yourself to the theaters April 21st and go see Evil Dead Rise. I am very much looking forward to seeing it, and I'm pretty sure I will stream possibly that Sunday, following Sunday, on my channel on twitch.tv/tendervt, and I will probably talk all about it, and I can't wait to see it. Next, I'm going to review Bra, Report of the Week, who I discovered through Tosh.0, a Comedy Central TV show. Now, Review Bra, he reviews. It would have been nice in my first review video to review Report of the Week, who does a very big variety of food reviews, running on empty, he calls it. And he dabbles in a lot of his, I guess, niche hobbies, such as like shortwave radio and such. I have been following him for a couple years, and he is somebody I actually go to watch if there is a food item that I'm not really skeptical about getting. Now, he is a skinny gentleman, and I have no idea how he handles all the bad food that he ingests. But I will say he's quite entertaining. I'm grading him with a B+ because he's probably not for everybody. But the following that he has is loyal, and I like him, and I would recommend him. But I'm just saying he might not be for everybody. Not everybody is going to want to watch a fast food or quick food review that he offers. So I wouldn't give him the higher ranking because of that. Like I said, side notes, he reviews food for the working class, the people that are on the run, the people who don't feel like cooking tonight. And you're like, what's this food item? Well, Review Bra will most likely have it on his channel, and he will let you know what he thinks about it. And another thing about Review Bra is he's always well dressed and looks like a proper gent. I would love to have him on my show sometime. Go check him out on his channel, which will be in the description below. Lastly, for tender reviews on its first episode, Dead by Daylight. I have never played this game. I still haven't played this game. I've been watching it for about 2 years now. I watch various streamers. One streamer well, couple streamers. We'll mention a couple. Twitch.tv/Metamuso, which his link will be in the description. And Dame Sempiternal. They were two people that I watched play Dead by Daylight for quite a few months. I'm gonna grade this game with a B. It does look a bit painful. It's a loopy game with very easy mechanics and very easy strategy. The strategy is to escape a killer by working on generators to unlock a door of the map to escape. I think you get 3 chances of getting hit by the killer before you die permanently. It's usually, I believe, a team of 4 against 1 killer. The survivors have perks, the killer has perks. So it's kind of like evenly matched for a 1-on-4 scenario. I will say it is a great streaming game. Because it takes little attention to, pay attention to chat and play at the same time. Because you're not really doing too much. You're just running for your life in loops, using flashlights or pallets to block the way of the killer. Or you could play as the killer, which you have a very, very decent roster, and they don't take it too far. Like, there's not a ridiculous amount of killers or real life killers, which would be very disappointing of the company to do. But they do a decent amount of killers based on popular movies and fiction. I would like to see the game expand in the future. Perhaps multiple killers versus multiple survivors. So instead of dealing with 1 killer, you're dealing with 2 killers. And maybe you double the survivors and give them more tasks to do. I don't know if the hardcore fans would agree with me on this, but the game does seem to get a bit not one-dimensional because there's many tasks to do, but it could only go so far as of where it is right now. It's kind of at its plateau. And I would like to see the game go further. It deserves it. It honestly does. So if there does ever come a Dead by Daylight 2, which a lot of games are sequeling nowadays, like Overwatch and such, I would like to see a little bit of change, maybe different modes or such and such. And I would grade it with a B. Have I not played it? No. So why am I speaking out of experience? I've watched enough. I understand how the game works. It has a lot of cool killers that I would like to try if I ever did play it. And it's a very good team game if you have like a team of 4 people who are very in sync with your game plan towards, making the killer have a very bad time. Or you play as killer and, go domination mode and make sure that nobody gets those gens going and people who are healing pay for it. So yeah, that is my take on Dead by Daylight. And this has been the first episode of Tender Reviews. I will be doing more of these in the future, so stay tuned. If you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/tenderjustice. Also, follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/tendervt. Links will be in the description. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.